Happy holidays to one and all. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 12 stocks that I would invest in, ready for 2025, if I was starting out as a beginner stock investor. This video is by no means financial advice, but is meant for entertainment purposes only. Investing in the stock market carries risk, and past performance is no indication of future performance. Hey, I'm Simone, and I'm just an ordinary person who's been investing in property since 2005 and in the stock market since 2014. The purpose of my channel is to document and share my investing journey, and hopefully to inspire you to invest along the way, and to show you that the stock market really isn't as risky and as scary as some of you may think. The first stock I would invest in is Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF, ticker symbol VUSA. It's a fund which tracks the S&P index of the 500 largest companies in the US. Investing in the index carries less risk than investing in individual stocks. The average annualized return since adopting 500 stocks into the index in 1957 is around 10%. Some years are higher than others, and it has even had negative years. This index pays a dividend, and I own shares in VUSA. The second stock I would invest in is BlackRock's iShares Nasdaq 100 ETF, ticker symbol CNX1. The Nasdaq 100 index is comprised of 100 of the largest and most innovative non-financial companies in the US and internationally that are listed on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange by market capitalization. The Nasdaq 100 has an annual compound growth rate over the past 17 years of 17%. This ETF does not pay a dividend, as the returns are reinvested into the fund to accelerate its growth. I own shares in this Nasdaq 100 ETF. The third stock I would invest in is a company that needs no introduction, and it's Microsoft, the number one technology company in the world with a market cap of over $3 trillion. Microsoft is one of the magnificent 7 stocks of the moment, and its growth over the past 5 years has been 235%, and is considered to be undervalued at the moment, so has lots of potential for growth. It pays a small dividend of 0.71% at the moment, which is expected to grow over time. I own shares in Microsoft. The fourth stock I would invest in is my baby and another of the Magnificent 7, and it's Nvidia. With a market cap of over $3 trillion, Nvidia is the number one computer chip making company in the world. Nvidia has seen massive growth over the last 10 years, and it's my favorite stock, which has given me an over 28,000% return by returning a £228 investment into over £40,000 since I bought it in 2014. Nvidia is in the technology sector and has grown 3,130% in the past 5 years. They pay just a minuscule dividend of 0.04% at the moment, and I own shares, as I said, in Nvidia. The fifth stock, another Magnificent 7 stock, Alphabet, the creators of Google and YouTube, the top search engines in the world. Alphabet is in the communication services sector, and its growth over the past 5 years has been 241%. Google paid its first dividend this year with a yield of 0.3%, and I own shares of Google. The sixth stock I would invest in, again, needs no introduction, and that's Meta Platforms. Previously known just as Facebook, is the number one social media company in the world, owning Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. One more of the Magnificent 7, Meta also started paying a dividend just this year with a dividend yield of 0.3%. Meta is also in the communication services department, and over the past 5 years has a growth of 170%. I don't own shares in Meta. The seventh stock, and my final pick from the Magnificent Seven, Amazon. Not just an e-commerce store, they're also known for their cloud services, AWS, and for the manufacture of electronic devices such as Kindle, Fire Sticks, and Fire TVs, as well as others. It has its publishing side of the company, as well as its TV subscription, Amazon Prime, among other things. Amazon is in the consumer sector and has grown over the past 5 years 104%. Amazon doesn't currently pay a dividend, and I don't own shares of Amazon. If you're finding the contents of this video valuable, give me a thumbs up and say hi in the comments below. The eighth stock I would invest in is Legal & General, ticker symbol LNG, a UK company founded in 1836, which provides insurance products and services in the UK, US, and internationally. Legal & General is in the financial sector, and its dividend sits at around 9%. I would invest in Legal & General for the dividend income it provides, not for growth like the stocks mentioned before. I own stocks in Legal & General. My ninth stock pick is Realty Income. Known as the monthly paying dividend company, it does what it says on the tin. They are a real estate investment trust, otherwise known as REIT for short, who own over 15,400 mainly commercial properties in the US that are tenanted by large retailers like Walgreens, Dollar General, and 7-Eleven on long-term leases, and they have an occupancy rate of 90%. As well as paying monthly, they have a history of increasing the dividend quarterly and have increased it 127 times since its IPO in 1994. Realty Income have a dividend yield of 5% and has a potential for price growth and dividend growth. I own shares of Realty Income. My 10th stock pick is Altria, ticker symbol MO. The Altria Group was founded in 1822 and is one of the world's largest producers and manufacturers of tobacco products in the world. Known as a dividend aristocrat, which is a company in the S&P 500 index that not only pays a dividend to shareholders, but annually increases the size of its payout, and has done so consistently for the past 25 years. Altria has done so for the past 54 years and is in the consumer sector. I own shares in Altria. And now for my last two stock picks for my 12 stocks of Christmas. At number 11 is PepsiCo. PepsiCo is a global food and beverage company that generates $89 billion in annual sales. Unlike Coca-Cola, who rely heavily on their brand name and just a few key products, the company's products include Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Frito-Lay chips, Gatorade, Tropicana, and Quaker Foods, among many others. It has a 5-year expected annual return of 12.8%. PepsiCo has paid a dividend for the past 52 years and is a member of the Dividend King Group. Its dividend currently sits at 3.24%. PepsiCo is in the consumer sector, and I would invest in PepsiCo for the dividend income. I own shares in PepsiCo. And now for my final and 12th stock of Christmas. My pick is MasterCard, ticker symbol MA. MasterCard is known to everyone as a payment company, but it's so much more than that. It's essentially a technology company that provides transaction processing and other payment-related products. It also provides services comprising cyber and intelligence solutions, as well as data analytics services for e-commerce merchants and operates in the financial services sector. Mastercard pays a small dividend of 0.5%, but has a 10-year compound annual growth rate of 19.62%. This is the average rate that the dividend has increased each year over the past 10 years. Over a long time, that makes a significant difference. Currently, I don't own shares in Mastercard. I realise this portfolio is heavily US weighted, but the US has been the dominant market for the past 40 years and is said to continue to be so for the foreseeable future. I consider this to be a well-diversified portfolio with a mixture of growth and dividend stocks, a mixture of ETFs and individual stocks, and across a variety of sectors. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy holidays and take care.